Afternoon, people. I guess this is like a part two to like my parenting skills. Yeah, I was a pushover, and a lot of that had to do with my unhealedness. I didn't want to disappoint my children. I didn't want to disappoint anyone. And yeah, they ended up walking all over me, but I got to a point where I stood up for myself and yeah. Anyway, concerning my son, back in Rotorua, I had everything organised. I had reached out to agencies like Family Start, Family Works, even with OT, because I needed their help. It got to the point where no one believed me. And then it was really extreme. And then he started playing up at school as well. And then they're like, I had the school because I was organising with the school. We had him in anger management and all this kind of shit. And was organising with the school to like work together as a team to sort everything out so that we could get on top of whatever the fuck was going on fast, and yeah, so we did all of that. And then it got to a point where the school were like, we'll advocate and everything with you to help have these appointments sped up a bit, because yeah, there was some issues there where they needed to be sorted. So we did that, and then they started to finally believe me, shit started getting pretty out of hand. And it took a while, but they eventually came to their senses and shit. Anyway, we was waiting for an appointment to find out where on the spectrum he was. And because we already knew he was, we just were waiting for that appointment to figure out exactly where, because you know how everything needs a diagnosis and all that kind of fucking shit. Anyway, waiting for that appointment, and then my health issues flared up. And so after my stroke and shit, like, there was no way I could care for my children. My eldest daughter was different because she was a lot older, she was nearly 15. But the twins, they were much younger, and I couldn't get them to school. I couldn't drive. My arm was hooked like this, like it was fucked. And my face, yeah, everything was just not in a good way. I've managed to unhook it heaps. The shuffling of the cards has helped a shit ton as well as osteopath. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. Those appointments, because I've had spinal injuries and shit as well. And yeah, even the police fucking broke my hand. Anyway, yeah, so they had to go and live with their father, because it would be me neglecting their needs if I had have kept them at the house. There's no way I could cook properly. Yeah, it was bad. I could barely remember fucking heaps of shit. It was I was in a bad way. And yeah, for a while there, I wouldn't let them see me because of the state I was in. But yeah, anyway, got everything organised, and they came to live with their father, and I had organised everything to be transferred to the town that they were going to be living in. And it was all ready to go. And then the fucking grandmother, this piece of shit, man, and yeah, I am calling her a piece of shit. She's a racist piece of shit. And because I'm native, I'm a very white native, and of course my children are native too. And this bitch told the children that she wanted to join the KKK. And she's threatened my daughter's life. Fuck, she is a piece of work behind closed doors, this woman. She's said to them in front of in their faces, she is a demon, as well as lots of horrible stuff that she's said in front of my children about me. They've had bitch meetings about me, and my children are sitting there listening to these adults just fucking talk heaps of slander, heaps of lies. She's been lying to my children, saying that I was lying about getting a house and all this kind of shit, and I could prove it. I proved it. I sent them all the emails, everything. I was like, don't you fucking tell my children I'm a liar, because I ain't no fucking liar. And yeah, it got really messy. But yeah, she fucking cancelled it. She cancelled the whole lot. And then she had the cheek to turn around and bitch and moan, saying that my children were the worst children in the world because of their behaviour. And it got next level. Fucking next level. And everyone believed her because she's this rich white lady. Her sisters don't even know what she's like behind closed doors. This woman is a fucking piece of shit. She is a piece of shit. She's a parasite. Just like my younger sib thing, she's a parasite too. She's probably going to reach out to one of you guys, or probably all of you guys. she's noticed my stuff online. So yeah, you might receive a message from her, a private message with some slander or something, but it's up to you whether you believe it or not. Anyway, yeah, back on topic. So yeah, I had done everything that I needed to do, and we had that ball rolling, and then yeah, someone fucking insignificant decided to gaslight me, and yeah, and then they decided to listen to this rich old white lady who had nothing to do with them. Previously, you know, she'd have them, well, maybe once, twice a year for a weekend kind of shit. That's how often they would see the children. They had no fucking idea. Anyway, so yeah. And thank you to everyone for the advice. I'm aware of all that kind of stuff. I did a lot of research. I did a lot of courses as well. I chose to do courses, parenting courses, when the children were young, because I was also worried about, you know, my upbringing affecting my parenting skills. So I did everything I could to give me the best knowledge of where to and how to handle things. And so yeah, I did all that kind of stuff, and yeah, it's pretty extreme, and those parenting courses helped me with my jobs when I was working in the daycare, because yeah, I was working with mostly autistic children, which I get along well with because I'm on the spectrum as well, you know, I can just relate. But yeah, with my son it's a bit different, you know. He's clever, very fucking clever, and he knows. But yeah, we're getting there, and we've, now that it's all been brought back up into lights, you know, we'll be able to get the ball rolling in the right directions, and yeah, get back on that fucking path that we were on before someone decided to fucking put their 2 cents in because they thought they knew better. Anyway, there goes my 2 cents about this situation, and yeah, we're going to get there anyway. Have a lovely rest of your day and keep on keeping on.